Today, on Cute Tales and Trends, nurses have gone on protest, their voices rising in a desperate plea for unpaid wages stretching back nearly a year. In the clamor of their collective struggle, a stark and unsettling picture has emerged, one that questions the very nature of our compassion. As the stories of their hardship surfaced, a troubling pattern began to take shape, revealing a deep-seated bias in who we choose to help. Among the protesters, the story of a female nurse resonated deeply with the public. Her tale of eviction notices and the daily struggle to afford transportation to the very job that refused to pay her went viral. Almost overnight, help poured in, donations were made, her rent was covered, and a wave of support lifted her out of her immediate crisis. The public's response was swift, generous, and heartwarming. But what about Daniel Acquise? AJ, his story was just as dire. He spoke of his own 10 months without pay, of the gnawing anxiety and the physical pain from a wound he couldn't afford to treat properly. Yet, his plea for help was met with a deafening silence. Daniel was largely ignored, his suffering rendered invisible, seemingly because he is a man. It wasn't until his story was pushed relentlessly on social media that a handful of people finally stepped forward to offer aid. And so, we are left to ask a series of uncomfortable questions. Is this the gender equality we so passionately advocate for? Why does a man's vulnerability fail to evoke the same urgent compassion as a woman, as our selective empathy saved one person? But what message does it send to the countless others left behind? Don't men deserve help too? Their pain is no less real, their struggles no less severe. They are fathers, sons, and brothers, facing the same financial ruin, the same emotional distress. To ignore their suffering is to deny their humanity, reinforcing the toxic notion that men must endure their battles in silence, alone and unseen. Beyond the troubling gender dynamics, a larger question looms. Who will pay the rest of the nurses that protested? Does the public's focus on a single viral story mean the hundreds of others, who also marched, who also have families to feed and bills to pay, simply don't matter? Their collective cry for justice remains unanswered, lost in the shadow of selective charity. When we choose to save one, we must not forget the many who are still drowning. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment.